Go live now in the studio. I'm joined by Paul Fletcher, the manager of Opposition Business. So, a deal done on aged care by the sounds of it?
Well, Peter Dutton said in 2022 that the opposition was open to sensible discussions with the government, and it's well known that we've been in good faith discussions. Now, if and when there's anything to say about the outcome of those discussions, that'll be something for the Leader of the Opposition and for Anne Ruston, our Shadow Minister for Health and Aged Care, to say more about. But certainly we have engaged in good faith discussions, but this is a government initiative, and it's for us as opposition to make an assessment of it. And if there's more to say about our position, then that'll be something for the Leader of the Opposition and the Shadow Minister to say.
It sounds like the Prime Minister is also going to be making an announcement soon too. So this will be welcomed by the government, the fact that a deal is done. Is it unusual to see an opposition give the government a win on such a significant reform so close to the election? Or do you see this as crucial for proper reform in this country, whether you win the next election or the one subsequently? It's something that both sides have to deal with, this demographic issue, a demographic time bomb as it's been described.
Well, Kieran, the premise of your question is that a deal has been done. I want to be clear that is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you is that we have been engaged in good faith negotiations led by Peter Dutton and by Anne Ruston. If there's more to say, they will say it.
On the medals being removed from officers, is this the right outcome?
Well,
this is in relation to the Brereton report.
Indeed, and the Brereton report makes difficult reading. But it is important that there be, as there was, a process that we initiated to investigate serious allegations involving, it must be said, a very small number of personnel, and the overwhelming majority of people who serve our nation in the ADF, men and women, do so with distinction and with honour. And it's very important that we remember that, and that the findings of the Brereton report not cast a shadow on the deservedly high reputation of the very large majority of people who serve.
But the Coalition's comfortable with this development today?
Well, this is a matter for the government. The Defence Minister has announced that he's made this decision in respect of, on what he's said publicly, in respect of a small number of current and former officers. We don't have access to the information that he's received, the briefings that he's received from the ADF. Okay. But I will reiterate that it was the Coalition that commissioned the Brereton report.
I mentioned the Prime Minister coming up at 1:30 off the back of what looks like there has been a major breakthrough on the aged care reforms. We'll wait to hear from the Prime Minister and Opposition Leader on that. On the redistribution, it's been confirmed North Sydney is gone, the seat of North Sydney. So Kylie Tink, the member for North Sydney, a Teal independent, she could well throw her hat in the ring in your seat of Bradfield, which is just up the highway. I wonder, you could have a scenario where you face two Teal independents in Bradfield.
Well, can I say I welcome the fact that the redistribution process has now produced a finalised result in terms of the shape of the new Bradfield. So most of Bradfield is maintained. I lose some parts of Asquith and Normanhurst at the north of the electorate, some parts of Hornsby. I'll be sorry to say goodbye to those constituents, but they'll be in very good hands with Julian Leeser, the member for Berowra. And then at the southern end of the electorate, areas like Artarmon, Middle Cove, Castle Crag, Northbridge, Willoughby will come into the electorate of Bradfield. And I look forward to serving those constituents. And when it comes to the next election, I'll be making the case to my constituents, both in the existing part of Bradfield and the new areas, that Australia is facing challenging economic circumstances, the economy is being hopelessly mismanaged, and this problem needs to be solved, and it will take a Liberal National Coalition to solve it.
Paul Fletcher, thanks as always. Appreciate it.